a trip to Alcatraz prison, an attempted robbery in the parking lot, Chinatown, Fisherman Wharf, Ghirardelli Square, and a ride on the streetcar, plus the most expensive and tightest campground we've ever been to.
San Francisco had a bit of everything.
We started off our day with a ferry ride over to visit Alcatraz, the famous prison. There was a lot of information here, so we made an entire video just on this tour. Needless to say, it's a great place to visit, but you wouldn't want to be a permanent guest there.
We parked in the Pier 33 covered parking area. After we returned from Alcatraz, we decided to zip by the truck to drop off our jackets before continuing our day downtown. Upon arriving at the truck, had to notice that the passenger side window had been smashed in. So sad. We suspect that the robbers must have been interrupted in their break-in attempt, as the doors had not been opened and nothing had been stolen. Not so lucky for the other car in the garage that was also broken into. Their doors and trunk were wide open, as well as having a window smashed, and I suspect that everything they had in their vehicle was now gone. We got off lucky. We later read online that many people have had problems with break-ins in this garage. I recommend parking on the street if possible, for more safety, and don't leave valuables in your vehicle.
I looked up window repair shops and got really lucky immediately. The employees at Auto Glass Now were kind and understanding, and they told us they would aim to get it repaired right away. They took our make and model of truck and texted us directions to their shop, and we went straight from the parking garage to their garage, where they had already lined up replacement glass to be delivered within an hour and a half. We went for a walk around that area and stopped in for lunch at the Turtle Tower Vietnamese restaurant for a bite to eat while we waited for them to replace the window. Incredible! From the time we noticed the smashed window to the time it was fully repaired, only 3 hours. The staff at Auto Glass Now was friendly, fast, well priced, and they did a quality job. Although I will say I highly recommend them, I hope that you are not in the position to have to need to use them.
At this point, we were a bit out of sorts and just decided to head back to the RV resort for the night. We stayed at the San Francisco RV Resort. The location, close to the city and right on the Pacific coast, was great for parking while sightseeing, but the RV resort was itself not great. We paid $115 per night. That's the most we've ever spent on a campground, and the sites were so tight together that your stairs ended at the next trailer's wall. There was not enough room to park our truck on our site, and the policy of the resort was that we had to park the truck separately in one of their parking spots away from our trailer. Not convenient at all, and nerve-wracking after our smashed window from earlier in the day. We kept walking over and checking on the truck multiple times. Don't get me wrong, the campground seemed to be safe and clean, but we were now a bit on edge. The San Francisco RV Resort also had a pool and a hot tub, which were closed down for renovations, and a laundry facility and a lounge area.
It was right on the coast, so you could walk to the end of the resort and look out at the ocean. It looks like it used to be larger, but due to erosion, some of the sites were now in the ocean off the cliff. Overall, it was not even close to being worth the price we paid. It is a 1,000 Trails park, so if you had a membership, that might make it worthwhile. But in general, this one is not on our recommended stay list.
The next day, we decided to head back downtown, but thought we would try our hand at the public transit and leave our truck at the resort. There are actually multiple different transit companies in San Francisco, and we learned quickly that each was paid for separately and covered some different areas of the city. We had a few snafus, but by the time we arrived home at the end of the day, we felt comfortable with how their transit system worked.
We started our downtown tour by jumping on the historic cable car down to Fisherman Wharf. They are definitely a great way to get up and down the very steep hills that the city is known for. At the end of the line, the conductors rotate a platform in the road to turn the trolley around for the return trip. You can pay $8 for a one-way fare or purchase an all-day pass for $17 per person.
Fisherman's Wharf is a happening place with street performers singing and playing some peppy tunes. Lots of restaurants known for fresh seafood since they are directly on the bay, and some cute stores too. We enjoyed the great views along the water's edge. There are a lot of boat tours that you can charter for sightseeing or fishing, but our ferry to Alcatraz was enough for us.
A short walk from the wharf was Ghirardelli Square, known for its famous Ghirardelli chocolates and popular for ice cream sundaes. A beautiful fountain adorned the center of the square. During our walk, we saw this professional dog walker walking 10 dogs at once, and all of them were so well behaved. Crazy!
A trip to San Francisco's Chinatown is a must. The hustle and bustle of street markets, Asian architecture, and it just has a cool vibe. It is one of the oldest Chinatowns in the US. We had a delicious dinner there, then we were back on the bus to head home for the night.
The trip through the city and neighborhoods was filled with many row houses. Sadly, many have bars on the windows and doors and padlocked parking. We did see many homeless people on the streets, and we hear that the crime rate is high here.
The rolling hills in the city made the architecture more eye-appealing too. San Francisco is a city of hills and is considered the second hilliest city in the world, next to La Paz, Bolivia.
Our few days here were over quickly, and we were excited that as we left the city, our path took us over the iconic Golden Gate Bridge.
Goodbye, San Francisco. Until next time, we'll look forward to seeing you on the road. Check out some of our other videos and subscribe to our channel.
New content will be posted weekly.